A very good evening, and I hope all of you are doing well. And welcome to Oslo MuleSoft Meetup Group, Mastering MuleSoft Agent Fabrics Architecture to Deployment. A very thanks to organizers Ravi Tamada and Kartiraj Mani for organizing this meetup and giving us opportunity to present today. I am Lalita, MuleSoft developer, working with Insighly Private Technologies Private Limited. Since this is my first Mule meetup, I am so excited and happy for it. And this is my co-speaker Ashwin. So without any further ado, let's get start our today's presentation. So today we're gonna discuss about MuleSoft agent fabrics, common terminologies, and business use case, prerequisite, and demo. Why agent fabrics? So agent fabrics turns your agent sprawl into highly coordinated, governed, and intelligent network. Let's discuss what agent sprawl actually means. Imagine each department in your organization start developing agents. For example, onboarding department creating onboarding agents, and invoice department creating invoice agent, and password reset agent creating password reset agent. Looking fine, and initially these agents are solving your problems, and but after a few months what happened, organizations start facing a problem because these agents are developed using different platforms, using different teams, and using different security rules. So this leads to duplicate agents. So multiple agents are preparing the same task and solving the same tasks and functionalities. Also security risk, inconsistent permissions and security risk, and also lack of visibility. There is no centralized view for your AI agents. Also alert fatigue, too many alerts for your systems, and it definitely impacts your operations and delays in the operations. So how do we solve the situation? Means how do we collaborate all these isolated agents together? So agent fabrics comes as a solution to transform your agents into highly coordinated, governed, and intelligent network. So, as we discussed, that since many organizations are developing the AI agents at scales, but they are end up with multiple disconnected agents. So, however, most deployments are lack of centralized governance, end-to-end visibility, secure system access, coordinated orchestration. So, results in agent sprawl, as I discussed that agent sprawl actually means, and direct system access risk and limited observability, scalability concerns. So MuleSoft Agent Fabrics acts as a centralized layer. It combines the multiple intelligent AI agents and also API LED connectivity, which provides the governance and intelligent automations. And it also ensures the API mediated system access and no direct access between with the backend calls, and also centralized governance and policy enforcement, secure and reusable integrations rather than building from the scratch, and also enterprise scale coordinations. Not only this, the agent fabric provides multiple advantages. So first discuss the agent fabrics is an platform agnostic. The meaning of platform agnostic is whether your agents are developed using Microsoft Copilot or any other custom AI frameworks. It has a centralized layer and provides a orchestration, governance, and observability. Also, the second advantage is the agent fabric provides a unified control plane for your agentic era. So instead of managing all the agents independently across the different platforms, the agent fabric provides a centralized layer. So it provides observability and governance and orchestration layers. Imagine it like a air traffic controller of your agentic era. Instead of developing the agents and managing the agents independently, it provides a centralized layer so it can access that and provides the manageability for your agents. Also, Agent Fabric provides and enables the intelligent networks. Since multiple AI agents are collaborated together to solve a complex business task. So that too securely accessing the enterprise systems. So it has the capability and the power to make a network with the agents, that to intelligent agents, to solve the complex business tasks. That's what we want, right? And before moving to that topic, we will discuss the important terminologies. So, agent fabrics. Instead of replacing the AI agents, it provides a centralized layer that provides the orchestration, governance, observability, and connects everything and manages the policies, controls the API traffic, and ensures the security and also monitors. So we don't bother about the security. And the AI agent, the intelligence system that understands the requests and also makes the decisions, initiates the actions, and calls the API tools. And MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and it uses the external tools like agent broker or AI agents itself unable to communicate with the different systems like database system and other systems, right? So it provides a tool to communicate for the better communication. Also, the agent broker. So here, the agent broker acts as a brain for your entire ecosystem network, and it communicates and understands the requests of the agents and assigns the task for the agents. Also, API. Rather than communicating with the backend systems, executes the backend operation using the API and provides the data and access through the manager resources. So far, we discussed about the problem with the agent sprawl and the importance of agent fabrics. Now we discuss the foremost important thing, that's the architecture of agent fabrics. It mainly consists of four pillars. First, discover, orchestrate, governance, and observability. So before we managing the AI agents, first we need to see which agents are existed in our organizations. So based on that, we have to build and create, right? So discovery comes with the capabilities called as registry, that is in Exchange. So Exchange acts as a catalog for your AI assets. As a developer, we are aware that at Exchange we have the APIs and the connectors, right? So along with that, now we have agents and MCP servers, LLM proxies, and APIs. So instead of your team building the agents from the scratch, and your team can easily access the agents from the registry and you can use them. Also, along with the agents, we can also use the API and assets also. Also, the now we have discovered the agents. Now we have to apply the governance. So after discovering, we also make sure that they are operating responsibly and securely. So governance has two important concepts, that is omni gateways and the governance strategy. At Omni Gateways, it sits between your agents and your enterprise systems, and it accesses the authorization, authentication, and rate limiting. Imagine it like a security gateway. For example, if you are onboarding to flight, first we need to pass through the security gateway, right? So in the same way, the Omni Gateway acts as a security gateway. So we have discovered the agents and governance the agents, and first we have to make sure that the next challenge is we have to make all the multiple agents to work together. So orchestration comes in. So imagine it like a project manager who coordinates all the employees because they are from different specialization. In orchestration, the agent broker acts as a brain for your entire agent network ecosystem. So first, agent broker understands the request and also selects the which agent is better for the task, and he assigns the task and also tracks the progress of the task. Also, Since these agents are number of agents are multiplying, we have to make sure the visibility of the agents and the networks. So in this observability, it provides the APIs and the request flows and the connections of the. So in this observability, the agent visualizer is acts as a visual map which shows the entire picture of your ecosystem, and also shows the request flows and the how many agents are there and their connections. So without agent visualizer, it's very hard. When if there is a error existed, it's very hard to troubleshoot. So with agent visualizer, it's easy to troubleshoot and find the bottlenecks of that issue. So we have understand the architecture of agent fabrics. Now we have to go through the agent fabric deployment process. Imagine it like a journey from the building to deploying. It consists of 6 steps. First is create a private space. We have to create a private space. Why we need to create a private space? So we have to create a secure environment so that agents and the enterprise systems can easily network and collaborate and communicate each other. It's like a creating a workspace before employees moves in. And the second step is deploying the flex gateways. So deploying the flex gateways acts as an entry point for your agent traffic and your enterprise systems. The gateway acts as a gateway for security, and it also access the authorization, authentication, and the rate limiting. In API gateway, we have the APIs gateway to secure the APIs. Same way in agents, the flex gateway acts as a protects the agents. Also, the third step is create the agent network. By creating the agent network, we came to know which agent is involved in problem solving and that task, and also which agent broker coordinates with that agent, and also how many LLMs and the MCP servers that we're gonna use. And the fourth step is, after creating the agent network, we make sure to publish it to any point manager. Publishing it to any point manager the networks, the agent networks are accessible, reusable for your agent network. Imagine, for example, imagine it like a publishing the mobile app into the Play Store so that everyone can access, right? Also, the fifth step is to apply the policies, because without exposing our AI agents, we have to secure by applying the policies. So in this, by applying the policies, we can protect our agents. Imagine it like applying a policies means everyone have to work, but few people have the access to that resources. Same like by applying policies, we can protect our agent from the agent's prowls. And also agent visualizer, it acts as a pictorial view of your entire ecosystem. As I discussed previously, agent visualizer makes a pictorial view of your entire agents, and it shows the connection between, and also if there is an error was existed, we can easily troubleshoot them. So far, we discussed about the core capabilities. Now we discuss the core capabilities together at the real-time architecture. So first, as you can see, anypoint exchange. So here, anypoint exchange, we have agents and MCP servers. So everything was available. If you want that agent, rather than deploying or building from the scratch, we can easily reuse. So anypoint exchange hacks has a catalog for your AI assets. So you can easily access these, and reusability was existed rather than creating from the scratch. And also second thing is to create a private space. So creating a private space means securing your agents and your enterprise systems. So maybe your enterprise systems has some sensitive data. Rather than exposing or using the public space, we have to create the private space so that the networks of your agents was isolated. Also, the third step is to flex gateways. Flex gateways acts as an entry point for your AI agents, and it protects rather than directly going the request to your AI agents. First, it observes and filters the requests. Also, we have the MCP servers because the agent broker itself cannot communicate with all the systems. So MCP acts as a tool, secure tool. So it can communicate with the system, that is backend system. Also, we have that here we can see that some agents are built by using Gemini. So as I mentioned, the agent fabric project is an platform agnostic. It doesn't bother about the platform, whether it's built using the Amazon Bedrock or Microsoft Copilot or any other custom frameworks. Also, the Flex Gateway. After the task was completed, it securely goes back into a system. It acts as an outbound communication. And yeah, anypoint monitoring. In monitoring acts as a overall visual map, and it controls the rate limiting, and it provides the visibility of your entire agent network. Now Ashwant will demonstrate and show the use case overview. Over to
Before
you,
that,
Ashwant.
Lalita, is anyone has any questions? As we requested, if you have any questions, please ask. It should be more interactive. We need to provide support to Lalita and Ishwant. Provide your questions, or you can unmute it and you can ask the questions. Okay. Yeah, please continue, Lalita. And
Yeah,
also, Yashwant, let's see in the chat window also if any questions, we'll try to address them first. Okay. If nothing is there, you can continue with the use case story. See, there is a question from Ramani, right? The question is that in this architecture, we don't see any connection from MCP1. And can you explain what is the purpose of MCP1?
okay. So MCP is kind of a secure tool. Like for example, we get the request from the user. So agent broker just monitors and sees the request. So so broker cannot itself communicate with all the systems, like for example backend system, database systems. So MCP server, model context protocol, is kind of a tool which communicates. It provides a communication between those systems.
I think I can't hear Ishwant.
Hello.
Yeah, now you are audible now.
Okay. So Ramani, basically to answer your question, MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. I hope you understand this. The thing is, initially, like when developers want to interact with any end system, right now we are doing either we communicate via REST API or SOAP APIs, right? Like API is a standard protocol that we have. In a similar way, to communicate between agents, when an agent want to communicate with an end system, it exposes MCP servers. So basically, in MuleSoft, we develop system APIs on top of end systems, right? Like let's say I create one system Salesforce API, one SQL API. In a similar way, for every system, we will be developing an MCP server so that agents can interact with the end systems. In the architecture, you are not able to see any connection because like MCP is a wrapper on top of end system. Agents do interact with the end systems with MCP protocol. So that is why you cannot see any connection in the architecture. I hope that answers your question, Ramani. And yes, like, do we have any other questions, guys? Yes, if not, I can continue with the use case overview. So, coming to the use case overview part, I'll just keep it very light. I'll just try to embed one agent, a couple of agents, and an MCP server, and I'll tell you what is an issue over here and how did we solve with Agent Fabric. Okay, so there is a company named some XYZ company. Let's not take any names. So in that company, the company want to upgrade itself and want to build agents. So they started with building replacing their HR with AI autonomous agents. So they created a leave agent and a Slack agent. Okay, now they created a couple of agents over there. The purpose of each agent is leave agent handles all the queries of the employees. Let's say if an employee is on leave for one day and maybe like leave approvals, leave requests, or like any prior leaves, anything. And salary agent is there to calculate the salary. This is something we usually do every day in our day-to-day life, right? So the intention was when an employee want to take a leave, it he goes to the leave agent and the leave agent applies his leave, and again the agent goes to his manager and takes up approval. And whenever employee asks the agent what is the status of my leave, it gives the summary. So basically whether your leave is approved or not. And also if a manager is asking a question to the leave agent, it is also having a capability to generate complete summary. I'm the manager of my company, so if I ask my leave agent total how many employees were leave in my company today, it will give me an answer. So this is the amount of people who are on leave today, and this is a total number of leaves that you have, the leave requests that you got, and these are the number of leaves that you need to approve. In a similar way, if I go back to a salary agent, it can generate complete summary of my employees, the very first thing, and it also has the capability to calculate the salaries based on the leave attendance of the employees. Okay, these are the two capabilities of the agents. That is what they want to implement initially. And okay, the agents were working fine now. Now they bought one more Slack bot. Slack bot is used to like onboard messages. So when a new employees are onboarded, so they want to let rest of the people as well. Like we have a new onboarding employee, and what is his role? What is his name? So for that, they want to create an announcement kind of thing. So whenever an employee is coming, the HR will directly go to the Slack bot and a new employee can name. His name is Ishwant, or he is working as a MuleSoft developer, and this is his email ID. It will give you such particular information, and it will show you. It will onboard a Slack notification. It will send you Slack notification. What I will be doing now is I'll be demonstrating each agent now how they are working individually. Then I will show you the agent fabric, how they will work together. Basically, like now these are three individual agents, right? So agent fabric orchestrates everything and brings everything under one plate. I'll show initially each agent interacting individually, and after that, using a single point of contact, I'll try to work with three agents. That is what the demo will highlight, and post that I'll give you an platform walkthrough as well, how agent fabric is working and what is an agent visualizer and everything. I hope the use case is clear. You can spam the chat if you have any questions. The if you have any questions related to use case, if it is fine, or do you want me to go back to the use case again, or like are we good with the use case? We good. Okay. So let me start with the
Ishwar, I think, have you looked at the question that is posted by uh, possibility? The
okay.
question is the condition routing is possible, like getting the information from first agent and validate the data, and based on the condition, it should be routed to the agent too.
Yes, it is possible, Reddy. Basically, we can define instructions through our broker so it can interact with agents accordingly. I'll show you while presenting my screen while giving instruction. So there is a field named instructions where you can define your complete business over there. If this happens, this should happen. If this isn't, this should not. You can define your business over there. So conditional routing can happen here. That can be done through the broker. Yes. Lalita, you can stop sharing your screen so that I can.
Yeah, sure.
I hope everyone can see my screen. I can't be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So basically, as I mentioned in use case, like we have three agents. So this is the very first agent, leave agent. If I click on send request, this is an agent built in MuleSoft, and this is the JSON RPC protocol. Basically, this is how agents communicate. In REST APIs, we communicate with JSON bodies. So, but agents communicate with JSON RPC protocol, and this is deployed in Cloud. If I send a parameter like this and if I'm sending prompt, so how many requests do I have to approve today? I'm asking the leave agent today. Being manager of my company, I am asking my leave agent, so how many leaves I have to approve today. So it returned me with an answer. You have approved leaves today, 5, and you have pending leaves, 0, and you did not reject any of the leaves. It gave me a complete summary, understanding my data set, which is connected with my database, and it gave me a response. Now let me go back to the salary agent. And for the salary agent, I am asking, like, let's say if I have an list of employees, if I'm asking, give me an employee salary summary, it started answering like this. So the total employee salary of this month is like 87,000. Average salary is 57,000. Higher salary is 90,000, and lower salary is 40,000. Okay. So I have demonstrated couple of agents. These are the individual agents. This is what this is making the purpose of the leave agents, and this is making the purpose of the salary agent. Now I'll demonstrate this Slack MCP. Okay. So, MC, to post on messages, Slack is an MCP server. It is not an agent, unlike leave and salary agents. It is an MCP server on top of Slack that we built in MuleSoft for our use case. So this is deployed in CloudHub. Oh, I guess I need to check the CloudHub URL. Give me a moment. Or I guess I do have a request as well. Mhm. This should work. Yeah, this is the latest MCP server. And if you say so, in the Slack MCP server, I have one onboarding agent. So it is asking me parameters. When an agent is coming and interacting with an MCP server, the agent should bring this information. What is the name of the employee that you want to send a Slack notification? And let's say if I write Ishwant, okay, it's Ishwant. And meetup at the rate of test, meetup dot test at the rate of gmail.com, and I'm an MuleSoft developer. If I fill this information in an MCP server and if I send it, so it will give you an priority and this thing stuff. This is a basically success response. You should be able to see the notification over here. I just got this message 6:36 p.m. New employee. His name is Ishwant and his email ID, his role. So the intention was now in my organization, I have different agents working. I have different agents and an MCP server. Right now, I just have three of them, and it is good. Now, what we'll be doing is like we will be bringing everything in Agent Fabric. I'll show you that as well. So this is my agent network that is deployed in the cloud app. Again, I'll show you each step by step how it will work. So this is the same parameter that leave summary. Instead of asking three agents, I can directly ask over here, generate a leave summary of my employees this month. Maybe I should fine tune this prompt, I guess, because I did not define any instructions. Let's see how it goes.
Also, Ishwan, can you show us like how you have configured the agents and like from the so you told me that you have built it through the MuleSoft, right? So can
Right.
you show us the code overview on how it has been done and how you are configured over in the Anyone platform as well?
Sure. Just give me one moment. I'll just quickly open up my studio. It's taking a quick time. I can show you the configuration of the agents and everything. So if you see, so what? Meanwhile, I got the response here. No, it gave me a huge response. The latest pull response returned only today's snapshot. Do not constitute mandatory to deliver requested report. I need to confirm the run parameters, proposed plan, calendar date, month, and everything. Okay, so basically what it is saying is like I can show you the internal request over here. A minute ago, I received a request asking for initially I sent a request to my broker and broker understood the prompt and it internally created a prompt. Generate an organizational wide summary for the current prompt. And notable, this is the prompt generated by agent broker itself. But if you see, so this is the prompt that I have shared. Generate min of this month. Okay, of my employees. Let me minimize this. So it understands the prompt, it enhances the prompt, the broker enhances the prompt, and it picks the current perfect tool that can satisfy our work, that can bring our work done. If you see, so this is done, and it is saying, okay, for this query, I need to execute leave agent, and it made a request to the leave agent, and leave agent responded back with the response. So I think that LLM responded with an context ID, task ID, and everything. But if you see so, the broker is not satisfied with the agent response because, like, I am asking an monthly summary report, and agent returned me only report of today. If you check it, if you can check it in the logs. So it again created a prompt: provide a month-to-month data organization employee leave summary, include total number of taken this month and everything. So basically, what happened is like broker made a request to the agent for the first time. Agent responded back, but like the broker is not satisfied with the response, so it enhanced the prompt and it sent back to the agent again, and it received the response again. So I have configured in agent in such a way so that can execute only 2 days. So it again gave me the same response, and it again tried. It will try for 3 times, and once it tried for 3 times. Now still it is receiving the same response. So it is saying the latest tool response returned by only today's snapshot. So that is why it took long and it gave you a response of today's snapshot. So I could not retrieve today the complete information of this month, but I was able to retrieve today's snapshot, that is approved leaves 5, pending 0, rejected 0. So basically, the broker has the capability to understand the prompt and enhance it more till it meets the user information, it meets the required user information. And someone asked me for the configuration for the leave agent. Uh, so basically, if you see so, in MuleSoft, we are building agents using A2A protocol and agent connectors and MCP servers. So we do have a listener connector, right? While building a REST API, we use listener connector. In a similar way, to build an agent in MuleSoft, you should use this task listener, and you should define where do you find the payload, and there should be an options as well here. Let's show you the configurations for this. The very first thing, you need to define the endpoint. When should this particular endpoint trigger? This complete leave agent can have multiple things. Let's say this is for handling approve or generating summary, and you can define one more task listener, and that is for approving leaves. You can define all your agent communication here, all your agent endpoints here. Second thing, what should be the name of the agent, and what should be the agent card URL, what is the agent description, where I have explained each of them, and what are the skills of each agent, what are the skills, and if you want you can add the capabilities as well here, or what else you can provide. And if you want to store the previous history of that particular transaction, you can enable task history, so that it keeps the track of history, what is happening, and it can respond back again. That is how task listener works.
So, like, what is the version that you're using? Uh,
I'm using a protocol. So A2A connective version that I'm using is
0.40.
0.40 beta version.
Okay, because like in the latest ones, I guess like there is no such options in the configuration, so that is why I just wanted to check on it.
Right, this is a beta version, and if you go to this 0.40, you have more options. If you're using 0.40, it is mandatory to enable the capabilities. If you see so in the configuration over here, I did not add any capabilities, but in 0.40 version, it is mandatory to add capabilities, and you see different options. This is a beta version.
Okay, yeah, in 1.0, like there is no such options, I believe. So we'll be referencing only the agent card JSON directly
Right.
over there. Yeah.
We'll be referring the agent card JSON. Yes, I'll show you the agent card JSON as well here.
Okay.
Uh, so whenever you deploy an application and you get an
Yashwant,
access
have
URL,
you answered the question raised by Satvik? Okay. Is
was
there
it
the
mentioned in
question
the
from
chat?
Satvik is there any conditions it could route to the correct agent based on prompt?
Yes, Satvik, I'll show you right away. Once I demonstrate agent card, I'll show you where I have defined the instructions. Yes, there is a way. While defining agent broker, you can define your instructions over there, so that it can, based on the conditions, you can show you, or I can show it to you right away. So this is the agent card that network that I have built, and if you see so, while defining the broker itself, the very first thing I'll be defining the broker version, and what is the description of the broker, and what is the input models, output models used by the broker, and there you go. Skills. Skills are nothing but the agents that you're providing, the agents or the MCP servers that you are adding. So that broker has the capability or the skill to interact with those agents. Let's say in skills you have leave agent, and leave agent can handle all requests, including checking balance, apply for leave, and not approving or rejecting leaves. And you can give an example prompts as well, like how will people ask this, and what are the agent input and output models, and what are the tags. Let's say on basically maybe by using some specific words, uh, it can route intelligently. Same thing goes for salary agent as well. And HR notifications, this is nothing but the Slack MCP. Once you define all your skill set over here, basically this can be your agents or MCP servers over here, then you define your LLM over here. I am using GPT-5 Nano right now, and in GPT-5 Nano is the brain for LLM. Broker, sorry, my bad. uh, Request goes to the broker. The broker is using GPT-5 Nano, and that GPT-5 Nano understand these are the skills I have, and based on the user prompt, which skill should I use, and it will interact with that particular agent. And if you see, so to answer static question, and previously Reddy also asked me the same question, instructions. You are intelligent HR assistants. Your responsibilities understand, and so basically this is an guidelines that we are providing for the agent. If you see, so routing guidelines, I have mentioned an instruction routing guideline. Whenever you have a request coming for leave agent, when to use this, when to use this salary and payroll agent, when to use this Slack notification, when to use this behavior, I mean, like, how should be the response. These are the behavioral guidelines, and what should be the final response. And previously, Mr. Reddy was asking me, based on one output, can it go back and make another query? That is clearly shown in my first request itself. I just made one request. My prompt was asking. Okay, so initially I shared an prompt. So generate me leave summary of today's complete month. This is the first request that has been received for the broker, and broker LLM, basically the broker using GPT-5 enhanced the prompt, and it sent a request to the leave agent, sending a to a message to the agent. I hope you can see the logs. Let me zoom in a little bit. So it was calling the leave agent. If you see, so from the broker, it creates an unique IDs for the duplication, and the broker gave a response. Where is the response? And the broker is not satisfied with the agent response, so it created another prompt. It optimized the prompt more, and it sent a request. Still the agent was responding back with the same response. It again tried, include total number of leaves of taken this month. It is highlighting this month, if available, breakdowns, department, everything. Still it got the same response. So again it was updating. Provide, I guess it was at that time, provide a month to date organizational wide summary. It was trying to update the prompt itself so that it meets the user requirements. Basically the user was asking for you asking for to generate a summary of a month, but like the agent was continuously returning data uh, for that particular day, because like I defined my agent in such a way. So broker was trying to update it prompt and trying to interact with the agents. What I need to do is, like, I need to expose an endpoint in agent as well, so that it generates monthly summary, or I should enhance some more parameters. And it tried multiple times. It did not get the right data, so it reverted back to the user. I tried to fetch the monthly summary, but I was able to generate only today data, and this is a summary of today's data. In the same way, if you want to establish communication between leave agent and child agent. Let's say when an employee is leave on this particular day, when I approve some particular employee apply some particular employee leave, you should go back to salary agent, and you should ask salary agent to detect leave. It can do. The broker has that capability to make sequential steps and communicate with the agents. I hope that answers your question, Satvik. Satvik, are we good with this? Well known. Oh, okay. So I guess I missed the endpoint over here. Leave agent, well-known agent called dot JSON. What's wrong here? Leave agent. So just give me a moment. It should be dot well-known. Okay, I missed dot well-known. So basically, whenever you want to create your agent and pull it into the agent fabric, it should make sure that your agent is retrieving this agent card. As Samir, I guess Samir told me, like, we are directly referring to the agent card.json. This was the agent card he was discussing. In the beta version 4.0.40, we will be defining skills and everything. We will be constructing our own agent card. And in the latest version that we were discussing previously, we can directly refer. You don't need to do it manually. You just refer your agent card.json wherever it is. It is as simple as that. And this is the place where we define our complete agent broker. Now we have the agents. We defined our agents. So this is built in MuleSoft. This is built in MuleSoft Slack again. This is what kind of protocol it is using and what is the LLM we are using, OpenAI LLM. And for the connection strings, what are the connections we have? Right now, I'm not using any OAuth and everything, but we can configure OAuth configurations and everything. Uh, and you can define instructions in such a way as well. It should not retrieve my information to Lalita, PIA information, and you can apply policies on agent broker as well. In the platform, I can show you. Let me filter brokers, and I just want only meetup things. Yeah, forget about this thing. This is a different meetup POC. So basically, if you say so, HR agent broker, and let me type remove broker, and let me add LLMs, MCPs. Apply. So if you say so, HR agent broker, Slack MCP, salary agent, leave agent, everything that you connect in your agent network will be published as an asset into your exchange. The very first step, and the next step would be once the assets were published into here, so then those assets will be deployed in your agent fabric. So HR agent fabric, and this is like one point of contact. If you want now, if you want to talk with HR agent, leave agent, salary agent, or Slack MCP, you just directly contact with this broker, and broker will respond back to you with a solution. So you have one point of contact, and which you're coming back to visualizer. Oh, this is API visualizer. We want agent visualizer. Oh, there you go. This is the beauty of MuleSoft. It is supporting both agents and MCPs. So I get a lot of POCs. Where is our HR agent network? Yeah, there you go. So this is the agent network that you have here, agent visualizer, and under this employee agent network, You can see all the detailed information. This is following a protocol, and these are the skills. It is capable of communicating with leave records and salary records that we defined while creating agent broker. And these are the agents that are linked. This is the MCP server, and these are the capabilities. Okay. For some reason, it is not populating metrics, but we should be able to see the metrics as well, like how many requests were successful and how many requests were failure. You can see those metrics as well here. And we covered these things. So how is request flowing? When a user sends a request, basically, it could be a Slack, or I have demonstrated it directly from the Slack. It goes to the broker, and broker try to communicate with rest of the deployed agents or the MCP servers that are built on enterprise systems, and comes back to the broker. If the broker feels satisfied, if it got the satisfied information, it will return back to the user. Or if it feels the information is not satisfied, or it need to make another request to a different agent, it makes a different request to the agent again, and it completes the user requirement, and it responds back to the user again. So this is all how the request flows. And so this is the diagram, so the same diagram that is from the code builder, and this is from the cursor, if you can see. So once we create the YAML, we can see a beautiful structure like this, the agent network. And yep, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So guys, like, do we have any questions?
Yeah, so one question is like on you have built different agents, individual agents, and published it
Right.
separately to the repo and the runtime manager, right? And you have exposed it as an agent. So how do you integrate it with the agent network? So do you add a dependencies from the exchange, and how do you do this particular step?
Okay, so basically, I'll show you again. Give me one moment. So basically, like, let's say I have deployed each individual agent to the cloud app, and I get their connection URLs, right? While creating agent network along with the YAML file, if you see, so the last portion is okay, connections. To communicate with leave agent, what is the communication here? That is something that I am passing from the URLs, exchange.json. So these are the default URLs. This is the URL. I'm saying, like, this is my leave agent URL. Pull this into agent fabric. This is deployed in some location. That information I'm defining in the YAML file. And salary agent again. This is the string to connection salary agent. And this is the Slack MCP URL that I have deployed to communicate with Slack MCP. And this is my Open API. Right now, I kept my Open API key as default because, like, I pass it as a runtime argument. So if I quickly what we can do is, like, we can publish our agentic assets from here as well. And while deploying them into the exchange, you will be able to see options like publishing asset. What is the asset version? It would be similar, and it would be in the same way that we're publishing into the exchange, and it will ask us the runtime properties as well.
Okay, thank you. So do you have any repo for this, like, which you can
Uh,
share it to us?
I haven't committed this to the any repository yet, but, like, Revant, you can connect me on LinkedIn, or I can drop my number over here, so I can share you the jar files or any requirements that you want, or you can ping me in Slack as well. I am in MuleSoft community.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, Yashant. It was a great
Okay.
session.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ravant.
Uh, Thank you very much, Ashwant. And I think we are end of the session, right? Almost we are on top of.
Right, right. Like, we were about to wrap the session, unless, like, if we have any questions from the audience.
Uh, just I want to know, is anyone from Norway and Oslo side joined? We just want to check.
Yes, we are two from Oslo joining.
Come again. Who is that?
It's Tarjei and Raja. We are joining from Oslo.
Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, thanks for all your support.
Thank you for the session.
Oh,
And
thank you, sir.
can you because we need this kind of support because Oslo is an one of the upcoming chapter wherein we are growing the integration space. So any local speakers from Oslo that side are very much we welcome people to talk on any other topic, okay, related to the integration, MuleSoft kind of, okay. We basically we want to encourage the people from Oslo, Norway area. Okay. Thank
Ravi, a
you.
small request, like if everyone can turn on their cameras, we can take a
Yes,
screenshot of
yes.
it.
That's what I thought of asking people.
Uh, yes, guys, like can everyone turn on your cameras so that like we can have a beautiful picture?
Yeah, please try to come as many people as so that we will take another picture.
Yep, yep, yep.
And also, please send your. We'll get after this session what are the slides and the recording will be uploaded into the event page within 24 hours. You
Mhm.
feel free to contact the organizers and for any other sessions if you have any interesting topics you want to ask so that we will try to address them in next sessions, please.
Ishant, in the meantime, when others are turning on the camera, I was just
Mhm.
having a query with respect to the startup guide, right? So if I want to start my journey or maybe like try some POCs with this, right? So do we have any what is it, like guide provided by MuleSoft already, which we can refer and build some agents and then brokers about that?
Yes. So basically, like there is a repository not prepared by me, where I took the reference provided by MuleSoft. There you have bunch of agents configured, and you have everything over there. Like they have agent network template and everything.
Yeah, if you don't mind, can I get the link of that if you're having it handy?
I don't have it handy. I need to check it down. You
Okay,
can
fine.
connect with me on Slack.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, thank you very much. uh,
Thanks,
Thanks again,
everyone.
Yashwant, and
Thank you. Yeah.
as the people know, I think Lalita is the first virtual session she is giving it. Thank you very much,
Great.
Lalita,
Yeah.
for all your support. We need
Yeah.
this kind of support from community people. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for the opportunity, and it's my pleasure.